Hello and welcome back to Everybody Loves Raiken, our 5th edition live play that meets every Tuesday night. Last time, the party had enjoyed a long and roleplay heavy session following a difficult and injurious fight with a strange denizen of the Feywild named Brendan, who turned into a mushroom and taunted the party that they could not kill him before running away. With the path finally clear, the party clambered back into the Mendes family home, leaving behind their pug, and the wagon began rolling through the forests again. For the while after that began, the party spent time figuring out what was wrong with Cyrus, treating their injuries, and finally discussing the flaws in Tatsuya's plan in very constructive ways. After a couple hours of throwing Laramentis and Tatsuya under the bus by giving far more information than she was prepared for to Mama Mendes, she finally excused herself to go prepare a meal and went downstairs, at which point the majority of the party, plus some of the cousins, agreed to listen to Laramentis as he expounded on the fundamentals of Arcane Magic. During that time, the two Dragonborn, Tatsuya and Yukikaze, deciding that Arcane Magic was not their bag baby, went to go and buff their armor and sharpen their swords. And so we pick up as the wagon continues trundling along through the undergrowth of the Feywild. I keep wanting to say Underdark, and it's frustrating to me because we did the Underdark section. We're done with that place.
It's been so long there.
Yeah. I mean, it was supposed to make a fair portion of a chapter, so we would spend a while there. But this is the Feywild chapter. So, you continue trundling along as Laramentis gets to give his lessons.
I actually gonna amend something.
Please.
So as Yukikaze is polishing his weapons and getting things cleaned up and thinking to himself, I am fortunate to have some pretty shiny utensils. But something dawned on me. You wanna know what? It's probably a good idea for me to learn a little magic or a little more in magic in theory so that I can better combat it in battle. Figuring out ways. So I would like to. I'll get up and ask Laramentis if I could join him. If I can backtrack to be partially through the start of the lesson, and ask questions like things mages need, how I can interrupt them, how I can stop them, how I can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that was pretty much the beginning of the what Laramentis is perfectly happy Laramentis is very happy that another person is joining the lesson. He seems a little bit less happy when everyone wants to know how to make a wizard stop being a wizard.
I didn't want that.
Violently. That's true.
Exactly
That's true.
what I was asking
The other
for.
spellcasters don't want to know how to kill us all. But the beginning of the conversation was all about different ways of making spellcasting more difficult for people, which was it was a discussion on the different types of foci, what they do for spellcasters, and the things that they can't do without them, which I think a fighter is uniquely designed to be able to handle by disarming people. Because I think you could disarm someone who's using a focus and remove their focus. But yeah, that had been. I don't remember exactly what we had said, but basically, ways of dealing with spellcasters was the beginning of the conversation, and then it led into a more like basics of magic, specifically from a wizard lens, towards the end of our time there.
So he'd be showing up a ways into it and asking you to kind of go back over that early stuff. So,
and I will apologize for making you go back.
But the good news is that means it's review for the people who were there from the beginning, so they get to hear it twice.
Laramendus does ask Vendar to explain. So he focuses mostly on Vendar, trying to make sure that the one who really wanted to know this information is able to explain it back, and Laramendus would chime in with nudges and things to get to that point. But do you leave when we finish going over that stuff and make Laramendus very sad, or do you also stay for the regular magic bit?
Well, yeah, because even if there's something that you stated the obvious for, I'm going to still be thinking about other things magic related to still combat it even further.
Cool. No one makes Laramendus sad by leaving after how to kill a wizard.
Yet.
Now, I think that probably be telling them that, you know, if you want to stop a wizard that's in the middle of doing something already and you're at distance, your best bet is counterspell, which should be obvious, but
it does not hurt in making clear. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Going over specifically that injuring a spellcaster that's concentrating on a spell can make them lose the spell.
And the differences in usage between counterspell and dispel magic are probably a thing that he might touch on there.
It might actually, because this is something that could probably help the players if it's something they haven't been paying attention to, which, if you're not a spellcaster, you might not. It might actually be a good idea to talk about it, as in explain the mechanics, but as an in-character thing.
Sure, I can talk about that. So the basic of counterspell, which honestly, actually, I think most people here have some way of doing,
or at least had at some point.
That's true. Yukikaze is no longer attuned to that armor.
Yeah, he's got the...
it's called Spellbreaker.
Yes, Spellbreaker. Laramendus makes a note when you say that. But Counterspell is designed to interrupt the casting of a spell of equal power to it, although there's a bit of wiggle room with somebody being able to overpower the casting of somebody else's spell. It is generally difficult. I have an easier time of it as somebody who has studied extensively abjuration magic. But the most surefire way is to throw the same amount of power against a spell that you want to interrupt as you think the spell is being cast with. Unfortunately, in the snap judgment that you have when you go to cast Counterspell, it's very difficult to determine that. which is one of the drawbacks of the spell. You can see somebody casting something, and you don't have the time to determine that they're casting Mage Hand, and so you counter it. For anyone who can cast spells, a good thing to know is the range of that is 60 feet. So if you want to do something to an enemy spellcaster, aim to be 61 feet from them so that they cannot interrupt you. Or if you could have some way of preventing the spellcaster from performing the necessary movements. It's a spell that only has somatic components. It's one of the few that only has somatic components. So if somebody is gagged, they could still counterspell, as long as they still have the use of their hands.
But if they were, like, grappled, say Yukikaze had them snugged up in a bear hug?
You would want to be binding their hands, because if if Yukikaze has me in a bear hug, but I can still wiggle my fingers in the right way, I can still likely get off a counterspell.
Okay.
Worth noting that for most people, the somatic component of counterspell is the finger of "oh no, you didn't," where you simply wiggle your index finger back and forth.
You see them trying to do that, you just grab their hands and hold it.
Didn't say the magic word.
You did say the magic word, but I don't want you to.
If you want extra effect, keep one hand on the hip.
Imp?
Hip. Like keep one hand on the hip while doing the motion.
Exactly. It gives you a more potent counterspell.
Makes the die roll likelier to be higher. And so that is counterspell. It is used to interrupt a spell that is being formed. Dispel Magic, on the other hand, is one of the benefits of Dispel Magic. It's a longer range. It's 120 feet. But it only works on things that are already there. So it can be cast on a creature, an object, or a particular magical effect that you are aware of. I don't think you need to be able to see it. No. You do not need to be able to see it. You just need to know that it's there. If it's cast on a person, one of the benefits, or on a creature, one of the benefits is it will be able to dispel any spell that they have on them. So if, for example, I have Mage Armor cast on me and fly, and somebody dispels magic on me, I am going to lose my Mage Armor and then fall. It will be a most uncomfortable time for me in that situation. Dispel Magic has the same effect of you generally want to throw as much power into it as you are expecting to meet. Again, it is possible to overcome a more powerful effect with it, but it is difficult and should not be depended upon, even in the case of myself, who has much more training in dealing with magical effects and removing them.
As you are...
I guess I will also say Dispel Magic is one that doesn't need a focus, so if you've gone and removed somebody's focus from their person, they could still cast it.
Boom! You are interrupted as you give this lesson by the entire house shuddering violently.
Has something like this happened before that I'm aware of?
No. I mean, not during this trip.
Well, yeah, but is Laramendus concerned?
You should be concerned, yes.
Okay. I think we should go check with Ma and Pa what's going on. and we can continue this lesson another time. And Laramendus just basically bolts out the door.
Devil follows.
Yeah, it's still does
I'll
Leia.
do my best to follow, but short legs.
In the hallway, Laramendus is like, Tatsuya, you might want to get downstairs.
Given that you were
10
kind of
points of bludgeoning damage.
in your lesson, I feel like he would be a few paces ahead of you. Just because you seem to really be in this and think about it a moment before saying, I think that's bad, let's go.
Okay, then if Laramendus sees Tatsuya, in front of him, he's not going to tell him that he should probably go downstairs.
Alright. You can hear some upset shouting coming up the stairs. It's clearly your mother. You can hear the rattling of pots and the dripping of fluids. As you make it to the bottom of the stairs, you do find the kitchen is a shambles, as everything that she had been working on has been set askew by this sudden jarring motion of the entire building. You can see spilled eggs and strips of bacon across the countertop, and like syrup spilling down onto the floor, slowly oozing. It smells like a delicious breakfast she's making. From below the ladder, you can hear Pa as he hoots and hollers, "Darnation! Hit another one!"
Another what?
Hole! This one's a biggin'! I'm gonna need some help out here.
Of course. Laramendus
Yeah.
continues on. Back before going all the way down, he'll say, I will help clean it up once everything is safe outside.
Check on your father. Oh, she, stops. You hear her words catch in her throat as she looks at you. She says, haven't you all slept yet?
Slept?
How long has it been?
Well, it's breakfast now.
Time is weird in this place.
You begin to think about it, and you do find that you don't feel quite right. Even though you are convinced that merely a couple hours of talking has gone by since you were seen to by Mama Mendes. I need you all to roll Constitution saving throws. One each.
I'm bad at those.
Oops.
I'm good at this one. That is a 22.
Okay.
Actually, am I within Tatsuya's aura?
You were right behind him, so yeah. I just
Okay, so
imagine
that's a
you're kind of all
25.
clustered up as you're headed down through the kitchen.
I crit.
Wow.
So do we all get the aura then?
Yes.
Oh yeah, then
Well-
I have 19.
Okay, that's either a 22 or a 10.
Those are different numbers.
I
Very
know,
different
my
numbers.
dice landed on its edge, and it's like on the line between a 20 and an 8.
Why
Hold
don't
again.
you re-roll it?
What are we rolling for again?
Constitution saving throw. With a +3 bonus from Tatsuya.
Do we all get that?
I
Yes.
got an 11.
Okay,
That makes me a 21.
21. Alright. How about you, Yuki?
25. Oh, wait.
He fell
Hold on.
He fell
30.
asleep. 30. Jeez. Who'd I miss? What did Vendar get?
Got a 19.
19, and Leah got 11. What did Tatsuya get?
22.
22. Alright. Is Cyrus alive now? 30. Okay. So, Leah, you receive 1 level of exhaustion.
Gotcha.
Everybody rolling very high.
Look, I'm
Yeah,
as surprised
everyone's
as you
the
are.
A +6 also helps.
Yeah.
He was just so engaged with the lesson.
And she,
Very energizing.
she shakes her head. She says, I thought to call you down for dinner, but you seemed so busy. Is the first level of exhaustion affect saving throws?
Ability
No, I
check.
think that's
Okay,
the
only
second
checks.
or third.
Okay.
Yeah, three is saving throws.
3 is saving throws. Okay, cool.
3 is attack rolls and saving throws.
Alright, just making sure.
Yep.
Alrighty, so I believe everybody else is fine. It's just Lair, Leah, and Jebel that currently have any exhaustion. You find that you are suddenly hit with this wave of fatigue. Most of you are able to shrug it off. Leah, it seems to hit you hard as Mama Mendes' words seem to awaken you to the reality that your body has experienced a passage of time that your mind did not. So while the last time you saw her you feel was an hour or two ago, as she said she was going to go down and fix dinner, she is very clearly making breakfast. She very clearly just got interrupted while making breakfast.
I'm confused. It wasn't... You were making dinner.
Yes, dear, like I said. You all seemed quite busy with what you were doing, so I didn't call you down for it.
But
I figured you would sleep, though.
But it's... My brain hurts.
Laramentis turns to Leah. We are still adjusting to the differences in time in the Feywild. It will take a while. It's fun going back, too.
What was the shaking?
Pa hit a pothole, and he's gonna need some help getting the wagon up out of it.
I would have already moseyed on my way to go help him.
She waves a kitchen linen at you, a towel she's using to clean things up, and says, "Go on, many hands makes light work."
Go out there.
And I head out.
You all head down the ladder. You can see that the table in the dining area is set with many places. Forks and knives are clattered onto or around the plates. All the chairs seem to be pushed out as if all the people sitting there recently got up and went away without pushing them in. You find the back hatch is open, and as you descend the ramp into the soft and loamy ground of the Feywild, the calling of strange birds and other animals, the hissing of insects, fills your ears before it is drowned out by the murmuring of many voices of humanoids. And as you turn to look, you see that the wagon is entirely encircled by the Mendes clan, as they are kind of trying to find places where they've got a good hold. A few of them are crowded around Pa, who seems to be up at the front right wheel, and as you look up and down, you can see that the entire building is canted at about a 10-degree angle. There's a lot of murmuring and head shaking going on.
How are we supposed to fix?
I no longer have Bigby's hand prepared. Damn it.
You're gonna have to do this yourself.
Get the strong ones to lift it. So there won't be a problem lifting a house, right?
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, jokingly.
Okay, because as you say that out loud, you're gonna have, like, the nearest 8 heads all turned towards you, grimacing. One says, we all help.
I was joking.
I
Seems like something beyond human strength.
I
Third
was
device. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Leah stayed inside to help in the kitchen instead. Thinking helping with a pothole is not her skill set.
The mother would have waved the rag at you again, repeating, "Many hands, light work." But what would you have still stayed inside in spite of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel like I'm more
Fine, Mama
used in here.
Mendes.
Then you stay inside and help with the cleanup in there. It's a lot of spilled food, some of which is salvageable, a good portion of which is not. It takes a while to clean up, and Ma is muttering the whole time. A lot of, that man's and this again's. You all outside. Some of you will be directed to spots along the side of the wagon and indicated that basically everybody's going to jam their hands under the flat above the wheels and lift. And then once the wheel is extracted from the hole, you will shuffle forward such that the wagon can be set down again away from the hole.
Are there any places where stone shape could be beneficial?
Yes.
Wall of stone.
Yeah. Wall of stone, if you could cast it beneath the wheels, or stone shape. If you could turn the ground to stone from this soft loam, that would be useful, because it would give you something solid to push against rather than sinking into the soft soil of the area as you lift this wagon. Now, there are a lot of you, and so you're going to be spreading the force out over a great area. That's going to be helping right off the bat, but how does stone shape / wall of stone function in that regard?
Let me double check specifics in stone shape. Or not stone shape, but wall of stone.
Because if
Stone shape, you touch a stone object of medium size or smaller, or a section of stone no more than 5 feet in any dimension, and form it into any shape that suits your purpose. So, for example, you could shape a large rock into a weapon, idol, or coffer, or make a small passage through a wall, as long as the wall is less than 5 feet thick. You can also shape a stone door or its frame to seal the door shut. The object you create can have up to 2 hinges and a latch. Finer mechanical detail isn't possible. So my intent with it would be the stone beneath the mud to, rise up.
Do you have to be able to see the stone beneath the mud? Or touch the stone beneath the mud?
You have to touch it.
Okay.
Well, with mine, I was thinking I could try and use the walls to try and, after giving us a solid surface, maybe try and push up with them, since I'd have extra to work with. Because the best it gives her description is a non-magical wall of solid stones brings into existence at a point she was within range.
Those can't be moved, though.
But, okay, no, so what we do, we use wall of stone and stone shape on the wall.
I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to, move the wall, I'm just I'm not sure how the wall might come into existence, but if there is some sort of motion to it, like it's rising out of the ground or something, maybe trying to use that too.
It poofs, it literally just kind of poofs into existence, and in general does not intersect objects. So, where the ground and the wagon meet, you wouldn't be able to just, create an infinitely thin wall there and then have it grow to, 3 inches thick. But you could create a U of walls on top of the ground around the wagon that the people could then stand on, which would be a solid surface that does not sink. For instance.
Or perhaps if they... and perhaps after they lift it for a second or two, I can pop in a piece of stone under the wheel.
I mean, if it's... I don't know. I know that until it's been concentrated on for 10 minutes, the wall of stone is still subject to disappearing. But is it true stone that can be stone-shaped at that point, Sam?
I would have to look at that spell. The other option, if we can lift it, if we're standing on a U of wall of stone, and we can lift it up high enough that I can wall of force the ground, then we now no longer need to worry about sinking into mud, and we can just go over the wall of force and then the wall of stone. But I can pull up wall of stone and see.
As far as interacting with stone shapes concerned, the description calls it a non-magical wall of stone, and it also refers to it as an object that can be, broken with force even while you're still concentrating on it. Like it has
Alright, then it creates stone instantly. You don't have to wait for the 10 minutes, so you could create a wall of stone and then immediately stone shape it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you say to these people who are trying to direct you to these different spots? Father's over by the hole, clearly, where the wheel is sunk. How do you want to handle this situation, as they're clearly waiting for you to add your bodies and brute force to their efforts?
Larmandus will go up to him and say, I think that between Cyrus and myself, we can cast some magic that might aid us by making a platform of stone which we can get underneath the wheel and bring it up to make the lifting process easier.
He scratches the right side of his face with his left hand, kind of squinting at you, and says, Alright, boy, what do you need us to do?
I will direct people, assuming that we are doing that plan, I will direct people how I think would be most beneficial for taking advantage of that extra assistance and leverage, because it's more than just this one wheel. That's
it seems to be just the one wheel.
Okay.
It is in a hole that is clearly deep, and it's large, like a gopher hole, but for a gopher, slightly larger than a dog.
Okay, a dire gopher hole.
Yeah. Dire gopher hole.
Dire gopher.
So
and as you look at this, I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be a not garbage. That is a 20.
20. You get this gnawing sensation at the back of your mind, like the neuroses and the worries and the concerns that you generally keep tucked away to deal with at a time more opportune are scratching at the walls of the box as you try and perform some visual calculus on how to get the wheel out of this hole. The darkness that you can see through the spokes almost feels like it reaches toward you for a moment.
I think Aramis is going to ask Ash to brighten up a bit. For a clearer view of everything.
Ash, nods effectively, wordlessly, obeying the command. As he does so, and you continue locking eyes with this darkness, you do see a glint that moves somewhere in the depths beyond the wheel.
Larmandus turns to his father and says, I believe that there's something in the hole that is not the wheel.
He looks at it and looks back at you, kind of tilts his head to one side and says, A dire gopher?
I hope not. Those things are terrifying.
Let's just canon now, okay.
Some 20 years ago, Cousin Salvasis wrestled himself a dire gopher to the ground. It was the best show in our act. Best act in our show.
We should be prepared for something to not like what we're about to do, I suppose.
He kind of looks at the ground, like the edge of the hole, and you kind of see him take like 2 little micro steps back and says, maybe someone larger wants to be the one pulling on the wheel then.
Tatsuya?
Most of the effort is going to be done with the spells, but we will need your assistance.
You do know that while you're going to create a hard ground to stand upon, you are still going to need the force of these men to lift the wagon before you can do anything else. Which means that someone will be next to this hole when the wheel clears it. If you are concerned about something reaching out of the hole, you should probably put someone next to it that you are less concerned about getting reached for.
I think that was why Vendar asked for Tatsuya.
Yes. Vendar did ask for Tatsuya. I was counter-arguing you. Because while the spells are going to be helpful, they are not going to be doing most of the work at the beginning. That's still going to be people power.
Who do we not need?
People power.
We're going to need all of the strongest of us doing this. But somebody is going to need to be closer to the hole.
There's a Tatsuya. Here's a Vendar. There's Jebel, Cyrus, and Yukikaze.
I'm not scared.
Do you want to be the whole standard Tatsuya?
Yep. Tatsuya's gonna say, fine, you vote for me, then I will stand there.
Alright. Now, there's a pretty good number of cousins, but do you want to just evenly distribute yourselves then? Putting strong people up opposite each other, or do you want to put all the Dragonborn next to each other?
I think we should balance things well, because we don't want, anything to break when we're moving things about.
How's that feel?
I suppose. They're stronger than me.
Tatsuya's gonna say, if you vote for me, that's a vote for killing the dragon.
I mean, I don't know if Fendar is stronger than you.
It's fair. We are a very low-strength party. All right.
You've concentrated your strength into, 2 bodies.
Yeah. Throw it all there.
We gave all our strength to the Dragonborn.
Cyrus, if you would be so kind.
I will commence with Wall of Stone.
Okay. You have everyone stand back. Wall of Stone appears. Obviously it can't cover the hole because the wheel's in the hole. But you get it close enough into the wagon that it's not interfering with the wheels. As they come up, it won't. You won't be bumping, and that people can stand on it and use it for good support. Everybody moves back in after this stone appears. It just appears to be these inch-thick slabs of natural stone just sort of shimmer into existence on top of the undergrowth all around the wagon. You just see it settle down. You can hear the groaning squish of the plants and the mosses beneath, and then everybody steps onto it, and it's thick and heavy enough that even as all these people walk onto it, you feel only a bit of vibration being transmitted through it. Everybody, once again, at the direction of Papa Mendes, places their hands on the beam, the woodwork, over the wheels, the boards that run from back to front and across the back. Put their knees into it and hoist. So everybody's going to need to make me a strength. We'll just go with saving throw.
When is the appropriate time for me to be casting Stone Shape?
If you want to make it so that the stone grows under the wheels, you'll have to wait for that wheel to come up, which will be after the strength check.
Okay.
So, Lair, you have +3 on your strength check.
don't think Vendar's gonna be much help with this.
Strength saving throw. Strength saving throw.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, so that's a 1.
I got a 19.
You see the cant kind of straightening out. Oh, dear. Let's see here.
Rolled a fucking 17 on die.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. So I got a 15.
Nice.
The difference between me and you.
Well, you know how crappy Raiken rolls when he is trying to do it. It runs in the family. Tatsuya didn't roll terrible, but he didn't roll good. He got a 13.
A 13.
Yeah. He rolled a 6, and he has +7 in strength saving.
It's a really good plus in strength saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I need to grab a... That's interesting. Is that I can't retrieve the image from my account on D&D Beyond, but it's right there. Ew. Okay. Cool. So there's the groaning and creaking of wood and the grunting of all of these cousins, men and women of the Mendus clan, as they strain against this house. And you again, as I said, you start to see the cant straightening out. It seems to go back, tilting back toward vertical. Right as the wheel is beginning to clear the hole, as you're kind of able to glimpse down as you grunt and struggle against it, Tatsuya, you're suddenly going to feel a solid pain in your leg getting past your armor and into your flesh.
Starting to hurt.
And first you think perhaps you put weight on it wrong, but then you start to feel this coldness running through you, and you know something's wrong. I need you... Oh no, you did. Okay, so I need this thing too. Okay. So, yeah. You are not so much going to feel it as you suddenly notice that you don't have a lot of feeling in your legs, as watch helplessly as your feet are pulled into the hole, and the darkness consumes you, as the light of the morning slips away up a tunnel, and you hear the crash of the wagon above you. For a moment there, before Tatsuya disappears, and just after, you do see that the wheel has cleared the hole, and without the strong dragonborn there, in spite of his unimpressive strength roll, you see the thing buckling. What do you want to do with your stone shape, Lair? You can cast it now to catch the wagon.
Yeah, I would like to catch the wagon with that.
Okay.
because if we can get it off of the hole, then we can address the Tatsuya going into the hole.
I guess Tatsuya's gone. That's why we had him there.
You
How
cast.
quickly did this happen?
What?
How quickly did he get pulled in?
I mean, from where you're standing, it seemed like instant. Like he was there, as far as you know, and then suddenly the whole thing is shaking like you don't have enough people to hold it, and Laramendis is chanting the words for stone shape, and suddenly you see the stone grow out and or shift its mass rather, such that it connects beneath the wagon, putting the wagon on a completely solid stone slab. You don't know. You don't. I wouldn't say that you know that he's gone.
Oh, okay. So he's
just because of your position. Like this positioning is what we're going with, and so he's through the wagon from you. But I don't know. I guess what I could ask is, Tatsuya, would you have cried out as this whatever happened pulled you into this hole?
I mean, yeah, Tatsuya probably like go down.
I'm gonna need you to repeat everything you just said with the laptop not laying on your stomach, because it blocked the microphone completely.
Oh, it's not on my stomach.
Oh, okay, then I don't know what's going on with the microphone, but I couldn't hear anything.
He was just
doing
saying,
it in character.
I'm going down.
Oh, okay.
Avenge me!
So you do hear I'm going down. You hear Laramenda suddenly casting. I don't know, Lara, what would you say the quality of your voice while casting this is?
Probably unsteady.
Okay. The stone grows in, and the wagon slams down onto the stone slab. And you all hear Papa Mendes saying, "Alright, good job, everyone! Alright, let's move it off the stone now!" He seems unconcerned or unaware of what just happened as he's directing everyone else. There's, like I said, there's about 20 people here.
Yeah, so this needs to go, and then we can address the creature in the hole. Let's do this.
Alright, so it takes you another few seconds to roll the wagon off, but that happens reasonably quickly given how many people there are and the mice he's pulling. And now that the stone slab is revealed, you can stone shape it, or Cyrus can dismiss it.
If my slabs are in the way, then I'll just stop concentrating.
Yeah.
With the way that...
Actually, that's an interesting question. Do I need to roll a concentration check while I'm trying to pull up that wagon?
Isn't your concentration, you just need to roll like a 2 to succeed, right?
I think so, yes.
Sure, roll it.
He rolls a 1.
And then rolls another one.
I don't...
Yeah, there's a halfling luck, yeah.
Oh, I just wasn't sure if it was still gonna be like base 10 or what, but yeah, I got a very high number.
Okay, then I'm gonna continue not worrying about it. The wagon rolls ahead. Doodly doodly. Hold on. Doodly doodly.
Doodly doodly.
The Cyrus drops concentration, and the hole is re-revealed. That cloying darkness, again, scratching at the back of your mind there. Now aware that something has happened as the stone is gone and the hole is there, and you're saying, let's deal with the monster. Your father's going to get a very concerned look, and he's just going to start waving people back into the house as the cousins all start filing in.
If you could send Leah out to join us, please.
Yeah, it's going to take a moment while the cousins need to file in.
Oh, is anyone up there? It's beginning to smell like walnuts.
I'm gonna go look in the hall. See if I can see anything. I still have the night vision.
You still have night vision. Yeah, you see a tunnel that winds away from the surface, mostly downward. It takes a bend or two, so you can't see beyond those. Yeah, okay. How about you, Tatsuya? Do you have dark vision?
Of course not. It's
Okay.
Tatsuya, he's a dragonborn.
Okay. I think that about 2 rounds will elapse during all this. I think I'll just quickly handle those in the closet with you, just so that it's a little bit more of a surprise for the party. So, given that you not have dark vision, you cannot see what's going on. What you know from your senses is that you're in a hole in the ground that is widened out into a kind of a cavern. The soil around you is harder packed than what's above, but still soft. Like soft enough to push a finger into. And you know that you feel a lot of creatures around you. You can hear them hissing and chittering in the darkness around you. And they are going to begin to attack you.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it's bad. So over the course of 2 rounds, that'll be 20 attacks.
Jesus Christ.
And you may make 2 attacks against the nearest creature with disadvantage once you get your weapon out. Because you know where they are.
I guess I'll get my weapon out.
Yep. Alright, so that'll miss. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll miss. They're rolling all single digits now.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll start critting here soon.
That misses barely. That's an @1. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll miss. That's 10. Another @1. That'll miss. Okay, that'll hit. 1 hit so far in 12 attacks. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll hit. That will just barely miss. And that's the same number again. So yeah, they got 2 hits in 20 attacks because they rolled primarily single digits.
I'll take it. Would be kind of funny though if they all hit and ended up killing them, and everyone's just like,
"Oh,
what
wait a
the
minute!
hell?"
They're supposed to roll with advantage."
There you go. Now they'll start. That'll hit. That'll hit. That'll hit. Are they rolling with advantage
because you can't see? So they're making unseen attacks, which means they have advantage on you.
Okay. I kind of figured. I just wanted to make sure that I got the actual ruling.
So if you blind an enemy, then you get to attack with advantage because they can't see the attack coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So instead of 2 hits, it's going to be 6 hits. which is still pretty low on 20 attacks.
Yeah,
But 2 of them are crits.
of course.
You have Heavy Armor Master, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that'll count. As you take 4 bouts of 7, so it'll be 4 bouts of 4, so 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Is this including heavy armor mastery?
Yeah, I did the math for you there. It's 16 total on those 4 hits. And then the other 2 are 14 each, so that's another 22 damage. So in total, it's 38 points of damage.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not like I'm totally bloody at all or anything.
Yeah. And you are immune to fear, right? As a paladin, you have the aura of courage?
Correct.
Okay. Just had to make sure. I always forget if that was a base paladin one or not.
I am immune to frightened.
Then you may make your 2 attacks at disadvantage. I assume you'll want to choose the same creature each time.
First, I'm not going to attack. He's going to cast. He's getting a little low on health here. He's gonna cast Death Ward.
Oh, okay.
To protect himself. Oh wait, no, wait. 2 attacks because this is 1 turn. So I did roll already, so I'll just go with what I rolled. I got it's 20 because he rolled an 11 plus 9.
Okay. And even with disadvantage, your hammer does manage to find an enemy to hit.
Okay. I did not use his ability, so it's just normal.
Okay. Makes sense.
And that is 12 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 radiant damage. All right. God damn it. Ugh.
Natural 1.
No. One of them crit. But the true attack ended up being only a 15.
15 actually still hits.
I know, but I wanted that crit.
Damage.
So that's 12 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 point of radiant. I maxed the radiant on the first attack, minimized
it on the second. Alright, you hear a fresh and horrifying hiss and squelch as you bring your hammer down a second time on this creature. The area momentarily, like a dull flash, coming out as the radiant energy pours into it, giving you just like lightning vision as you see shadows etched into your corneas of these insectoid creatures scurrying up and huddled around you with bladed arms raised. This one crumples in on itself and dies. For some good damages. Okay, so that's it. You activate Death Ward and you super smush one of them.
Oh, I decided against doing Death Ward.
Oh, you didn't use Death Ward, so you have another set of attacks coming?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You seemed pretty dead set on Death Ward.
I was thinking about it, but I'm just like, I think I could last 1 more attack.
Okay. Well, far be it from me to tell you how to play. Oh, a double crit. Nice. Please roll your attacks.
How about a 13 this time?
13 will miss.
Okay. How about another 13 this time again?
The 13 will continue to miss.
All
right. So that's what happens in the time that they are... as you slide down this hole, watching the light of day get pulled away, all of a sudden it disappears completely as they morph the rock over the hole, and you are sealed down here. All of the voices that were coming to you, muffled by the ground, are gone entirely as you're shunted into absolute darkness and the silence filled only with the chittering of these creatures. They start beating the shit out of you. You get a swing off. They continue beating the shit out of you. You get another swing off. You kill one creature and then just whiff on anything else around you.
Yeah, so much for getting that brief view of everything.
I mean, it just kind of gave you a sense that this is a little overwhelming. There are like more than 8 creatures around you.
Okay.
And with that, I will move us back to the other room.
Okay, guys, Tatsuya kicks some ass.
Excellent.
Kind of.
God.
Somewhat.
It's like, look, ass was kicked, whether or not it was Tatsuya's.
So, yes.
Oh, that's loud.
Someone's ass is kicked.
Okay, so, up on the ground, you wheel the thing off, you remove the stone, the void gapes before you, and you can hear the sounds of Tatsuya struggling and crying out in pain.
Alright, now I remember.
Alright. Everybody group up, and we jump.
And then a few more seconds later, Leah, you come out when Papa Mendes tells you your friends are looking for you?
Yeah.
Okay. You've helped Mama Mendes clean up a good portion of the mess up there. Salvaged what food she could first, and then started just dealing with the stuff she couldn't. Then as you come out the back of the wagon, you see that the group is gathered up around this hole in the ground. And you can faintly hear the sounds of fighting coming from below in these chitters and screeches and grunts and oofs of pain from Tatsuya.
Sound of Tatsuya going, "Get away, you creepy things!"
I'm gonna pull out the rope box.
Okay.
This might be beneficial for the first person to go down. I hold out an end while, like, pulling more rope.
You'll never take me dead.
Perhaps we
And
can
I already
just use
took him
Featherfall?
alive. How deep is it?
You can't.
It's not like straight down.
It's not straight down. It winds, so you know that it's at least 10, maybe 20 feet of rope needed. But that's all just a guess. You have no idea beyond that second bend, which completely cuts off any view.
Nice thing about the rope box, though, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
I will smite all of you.
I think that somebody in melee should go first.
Yeah, it sounds like he needs help.
Preferably someone with dark sight. Or torch. Either or.
Yeah, I mean, the only melee guy we have doesn't have dark vision.
Well,
You
can't win all.
Dragonborn.
Laramenus puts the box down. Actually, Laramenus ties the rope around himself.
Mm-hmm.
Puts the box down and says, "Somebody please deal with that." And then jumps into the hole.
I have no idea what he means by deal with that, so I'm just gonna...
Don't let it fall!
You jump in. Yukikaze, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I also have a light, which is a reason for me to go down. A light that isn't a torch in a tunnel generating smoke.
Kaze say that he jumped down.
Oh, did he? I did not hear that.
I don't hear anything from Yukikaze right now.
He's muted, and he also went to get a drink while you were gone, but he should be back.
Yeah. Well, maybe I got lost. Maybe I drowned in my drink.
Unfortunate.
I
now
did
that
not hear
you're
you say that you were jumping down.
now that you're back from the dead, I'm sorry that you died in your drink, but at least you can still play.
I was gonna make the comment before Lemmer just went down. It's like, could someone cast like illumination on my armor before I go down? But
The man with a ball of bright light jumps down the hole.
And he says as he goes down,
Could
I should
somebody
have cast light on your sword. Because he's now falling.
So,
Don't land on land.
all right,
is the rope secure?
no. So, Malachi, I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
I said 13.
You got a 13.
Yeah, I wasn't quick to react apparently.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
When we were doing that lesson, did that count as a short rest?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna take a short rest. That way I get my...
Everybody gets a short rest from the lesson and everything. Okay, so, he sets the rope winder on the ground, says, somebody deal with this, please, and then jumps down the hole. And as he's falling, you know, you hear the scraping of the dirt around him, and you just kind of hear his words echoey as they come back. He says, don't let it fall! And the rope winder immediately gets tugged toward the hole. You dive for it, trying to grab it, and it just slips through your fingers and goes bouncing down the hole after him.
You know, for the smartest one in the group, that was a really dumb plan.
Can we make a Feywild, like, it seemed like that happened, but I'm gonna use an inspiration to reroll?
You may use an inspiration to reroll.
Yeah, that was worse. I got a 7.
Okay.
So
yeah, it slips through your fingers and bounces down the hole after him.
Well, I'll start flying down.
Is it big enough for you to fly it?
Mm-mm. Nope. It looks like a large dog dug this. It's
so like, can I?
It's a
can
tight.
I, like,
it's a real tight squeeze for you if you were to start climbing down. Raiken, Yukikaze. God damn it!
Can I?
Single Dragonborn.
Even
You'll
though
get it
it's through my
eventually.
fingers, am I fast enough to like, kind of like go after it a little bit?
I mean,
and, like
this,
claw into the ground.
yeah.
As I
You claw into the ground as it bounces away, and you get kind of lodged in the hole.
Wow.
Like you can make it down into this hole, but like it's a tight squeeze, and it does prevent you from grabbing this thing. It gets away from you.
Wow.
You see the light disappearing down, like fading around the bend a bit, and you are now plugging this hole, and you can just hear this chittering and screeching, and the cries of Tatsuya as he swings his hammer at things. Followed very shortly thereafter by Laramendus hitting the ground with a little oof.
Laramendus, why did you do that so suddenly, you fool?
So combat is happening. I want everybody to roll initiative.
Alright, this dice is going on the in the bench. It just rolled a 4. You're done.
Hammer.
You're done. Switching dice.
All of you up here around the hole with Yukikaze just see this silver wings and tail of the armor kind of flapping around as his just ass is up in the air as he's stuck shoulders deep in, his head completely submerged in the hole.
Can I just
fit in the hole?
Can I quickly roll a strength and wedge myself up?
We're in combat now, so please, initiative.
Is initiative an ability check?
Yes.
It is technically an ability check, yes.
Well, I have disadvantage.
I lost my die.
My first roll was worse.
Oh. Yeah, that is... Yeah, okay.
So Yukikaze is plugging the hole now, we can't get in?
Yup.
Does
He
he
can get
hole?
himself down there, but it's gonna take a moment. Gonna have to wait for his turn. Luckily, he's not too far down the list. 1, 2,
Just below
3,
me, though.
5. Alright, there we
Shoot
go.
a poison arrow at him. They'll clear it right up because the goop will just slide down.
Yeah, just gooify him. And,
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
then you,
I think
but
he's got
then
enough
you
health, it would take a few.
crawl through the goo, though. You'd have to crawl through the goo. You don't want to do
Gross.
Hey,
that.
it's
Alright,
lubricant. You just slide down the goo.
This...
Can't you be gooified by contact?
No.
No, the goo isn't poisonous anymore.
I mean, it's
It's
not that it's not
gross.
poisonous, it's
Also-
not a contact poison.
Yeah, it's injection, and it's got to get in your bloodstream. So if you like licked it, then maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is what happened. Lara jumped down, dropped the box. Yukikaze dove for the box, did not catch it, and is jammed in a hole that is just a little bit, just barely, too small for him to simply fall down. He'll have to work himself down the hole, or somebody super strong like Vendar can pull him out.
Like,
Can I
Good
push
dog.
him further in?
You could try that.
I don't know if I'll be able to do shit.
I mean, you could always prepare to go down once it's clear.
I think that's probably what I'll do.
Really? You
All
don't
of
want to
you
just,
can-
like, leap onto his butt and start jumping up and down to see if you can get him to fall?
I'm very tempted.
yeah, if all of you jump onto him, he might fall.
I'll just cannonball onto his legs.
What is the action you would like to take?
Osiris is ahead of me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not used to that. Cyrus, what is the action you would like to take?
I'm not used to that either, so I didn't even think
Yeah,
to
it was
correct
surprising.
you. Let me double check to see if I have any spells that might unwedge him, because I certainly can't do it with brute strength.
Ground pound him.
I mean, I guess I have one, but that's a very expensive way to get someone unstuck from a hole.
You can aid him.
Uh,
So
true. I might
he would
do
have
that.
advantage on his
You
turn.
fireproof? I say, kind of directed at the guy stuck in the hole.
Remember, I changed it earlier.
Oh, is that a yes?
I think
Yes.
it is a yes. If I can see, could I like try and blast away part of the like is it dirt, stone? What is it?
It's soft, loamy ground, covered with very alive plants.
Whatever you're thinking is a bad idea.
I say go for it.
I would like to try and like use firebolt to try and like blast one of the sections where I was particularly stuck. See if I can like make a little wiggle room for him.
You can try that, but you're pretty sure that won't work. Fire is not force. And if it's live plant and dirt, it's not going to burn away.
Okay, then I guess I'll just take the help action if I can.
Okay. You may move up to him and use aid another, which will give him advantage on whatever he tries to do. Aid.
Cool.
I'll put you here so that you're not directly in the way of anything else. Anyone else might try. Vendar.
Vendar will prepare to jump down the hole once it's clear.
Alright, you prepare an action. Which means... Tatsuya.
There is now light.
Yes, there is now light.
Oh, he can see finally.
It's just swinging wildly at the things that were eating him.
Can Laraminda speak to him?
Yeah, you are deposited onto the ground nearby to him. They hear.
I see the rope box and I'm just like, I'm going to dimension doors out.
You say this to him. Tatsuya, what do you do?
I guess if he hears him say that he's going to dimension door them, he's going to try to fight his way to Lair Bendis.
Okay, are you going to attack first or move first?
He is going to attack first.
Okay, which do you want to attack?
He is going to attack the one that's diagonally bottom left to him.
Okay. Roll attacks. You can now see! You can fight!
You don't have
Prepare
disadvantage.
to die!
And it's bright light, too.
It is bright light. You see these, golden-colored subterranean creatures. They look like bugs, but they also look fey. Like, they are very clearly fey bugs.
Those are dire gophers.
They are not, in fact, dire gophers.
That is a 23.
That is a 20 on AC, you said?
23.
23. That will hit.
Huzzah! That sucked. That is 9 points of magical bludgeoning damage and 2 radiant.
Alrighty, it is still standing.
Alright. He will attack it again. And got a 27.
That will also hit.
And this time he does 8 points of magical bludgeoning damage and 6 points of radiant.
Okay. It continues standing, but it is clearly very injured.
Okay, he is going... After that, he was hoping to kill one of them. It did not work. He is going to try to move up to Larabendis.
Alright. 10 feet straight up?
Yep.
Alright. He will be receiving 3 attacks of opportunity.
Yep, that's why I was trying to kill at least one of them.
That will miss, which is too bad because this other one was a crit.
Huh, reminds me of something.
That one will miss, and again, it would have hit if not for the disadvantage. And
What's
again...
the disadvantage?
Huh?
What are they?
Yeah, why are they at disadvantage?
Well, do you know what these creatures are?
No.
Then you don't know why.
Okay.
My guess would be they don't like the light.
Yeah.
So you manage to get up there as these things swing wildly at you and whiff all 3 times.
Woohoo!
Every one of them would have hit if not for the disadvantage.
I'm
Suck it,
glad that
bugs.
I landed here. I mean, to be fair, the attacks were because I landed here. So, I mean, like, good and bad. But...
You notice a couple of things at this point, because your turn is now over, right, Tatsuya?
Yes.
Okay. So you attacked and you moved. There's a couple things you notice, is that there is a goodly pool of dark fluid where Tatsuya was standing, and underneath the bug that is clearly smushed into obliterated nothingness. Here, in these dark pools of fluid, you become immediately aware of these white-topped mushrooms that are dappled red as they protrude up through these pools of fluid.
I don't like mushrooms. Bad track record.
Yes. Secondly, you're going to see the creatures like holding their clawed arms up over their heads and hissing at you before going down a side passage out of sight. What is the range on, it's, 20/20? 40/40?
It's 60/60.
Maybe 80/80.
I think it's as per the light spell, so it would be 20/20.
Just quickly. This up here. 5, 10, 20. Oh, that's useful. Alright, so that's bright light. We can see that these other creatures, like, hiss and move out of it.
Yeah, you better run.
These others move up closer, in spite of the, discomfort that they are clearly in. Even these ones that are in dim light over here, as they move down into the, this little nook, you notice that you lose track of them.
Okay.
Alright, these guys with their disadvantage. We'll start with you against Lair. 17 to hit AC.
I would have known that mage armor would have been down, so I would have cast it again from
What?
before when we had the weird, time thing.
Okay. And when your mother said that you didn't sleep, asked you if you didn't sleep?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm aware of the spells being on me, right?
Yeah. You just might not be, like, passively aware. You might, like, it might have slipped off when you didn't notice. Like, once she mentions the passage of time, you go, oh, right. My spell is gone, isn't it? It just
So
wasn't
that's
at the
the case.
forefront of your mind since you
Yeah,
were traveling
yeah.
in safety.
So that's the case, and I would have spent it. That's another first level spell spent. I do need to. I'm shielding for this one.
Okay. So it misses.
So either if I had or did not have mage armor on, it wouldn't have mattered. A 17 with shield misses.
Okay.
I just wanted to know how many first level spells I was marking down.
Okay. I mean, like I said, when your mother brings you to the realization that so much time has passed, and you kind of go, oh my gosh, yeah, I hadn't even noticed my spell was down, you could have cast it then. It is just an action.
Cool. Then I would have done that.
Okay. Next one is also going to attack you.
That's just mean.
It's gonna miss because it does not get higher than a 17.
Sweet.
Tatsuya would be hit in a natural 1. And a would-be crit and a 22 to hit. Really muffled, but I assume that it hit.
It hit.
You will receive 7 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage as the thing strikes you, reduced to 4 by your mastery. And make a Constitution saving throw.
19.
Okay. You again feel that coldness from before pushing its way into your veins, but you manage to shrug off whatever effect this is. The entire time that you are in the presence of these creatures, you're immune to fear, but you can feel the things that often concern you niggling at the back of your mind, as though just being around these creatures has dislodged and unsettled those thoughts. Alright. Yukikaze, you are smushed in this hole. With a little bit of wriggling, you can pull yourself down, or you could pull yourself out. Which way do you want to go? You know that there's
would my hearing been good enough to hear what Laramentis said?
It's easier to hear Laramentis than it is the people above you.
Can I roll real quick to see if I listened and I heard him say he's going to Dimension Door?
Sure.
Bonus to perception. Everything. All my passes are lower than what I rolled. So, 11?
11. Between the thrashing that you were doing as you were stuck in here and the complaining that the people above you are doing, it actually made it hard to pay attention to what Lair was saying.
Okay, and how tight am I just stuck?
No, you're not stuck. It's just a little, like, you'd need to, like, pull in the wings from the armor. That's all.
Can I dismiss them at all, or is
You can just pull them in.
That's the only thing holding me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, I'll pull them in and proceed down.
Okay. Boopity 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 boopity. Plop. Lair, make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm not great at those. That is, I'm rolling like a bamf today. That is 25.
Wow.
24. It's sorry, it's 24. No, it's a 25. Damn, why can't I roll like this when I want to?
That's why.
I suppose.
All right, so you hear this struggling, and you feel the soil falling on you as you're reaching your hand out for Tatsuya, and you manage to tumble backwards just in time to not be completely crushed by the Dragonborn Yukikaze falling from the ceiling. He does, however, land on your foot, and you receive 4 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage.
My shield breaks.
There's a burst of red sparkles.
Well, now I can't Dimension Door us out.
God of sparkles.
I'm gonna look at Laramentis and be like, why didn't you just hand the box then jump?
I figured that somebody would grab it, but now I can't Dimension Door out.
You didn't tell anyone that either.
Alright, Yuki, your movement is consumed as you crawled down the tunnel and then plopped out. You're prone, and you have 2 nasty-looking, chittering bug creatures that seem to be alternately shielding their faces and menacing these people in front of you.
Wait,
Since my movement's gone, am I not able to get up?
Right. But you can attack from prone. It's just at disadvantage.
Off the leggy loose.
Alright. I guess I'll be stabbing action being so low. Alright.
You can see that Tatsuya looks pretty hurt. A lot of the gauze wrappings that were visible beneath his armor are clearly re-soaked with blood.
Alright. So I'll real quick roll for
he's
first
mega bloody.
attack.
Okay.
Oh, like he's mega bloody?
He looks pretty beat up.
Like he's worse. He's worse for wear.
I got this. So 18 to hit. The
With
one that's there in
disadvantage?
front of
Not
me.
bad.
Oh wait, sorry, that was disadvantage. Oh yeah, because this next roll is way better. So yeah, 18 to hit.
18 will hit the guy right next to you.
9 magical slashing. Wait, that's slashing, right? Yes. Alright. Oh, that's a 1. That's gonna be the worst I could possibly get. So 12 to hit.
Well, 1 on die is a miss.
Oh, that's a miss. Okay, alright. Fine, Laramandus.
Oh, wait, what was the damage from the first hit? 12?
Not 9.
9 magical slashing. Alright, so against 2, that is going to kill it. So it's going to hiss out a death rattle. Its carapace split by your magic sword.
Alright, and I guess I'll just swing at the next one then.
Alright.
Which the first one's that's a miss for my second attack.
Okay, third attack.
Third attack is a 15. Rolling like crap today. 15
does actually hit this creature. It seems like it's not terribly well protected.
And I'll do 11 magical slashing to it then.
11, I think I heard?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I am going to action surge and did we ever put those on here?
You're going to action surge and then you asked a question that I couldn't understand?
Yes, didn't I say I had something? That's Silverfang, that's Silverfang.
You have the Silverfang in your hand, you could have drawn that.
Well, I have my attack thing. Didn't I also have a support skill?
Do you not have its abilities written down?
Oh, if you're talking about that support skill, that's an action to use.
Oh, that's what action surge does. It gives me extra action.
Oh, well then, yeah. With action surge, you could use it.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do. If you find the item in your list, if your character sheet has been up this whole time, you'll want to refresh it because I did add it to the page. But if you've newly opened it, it should be there.
Those are all attacks. Those are all attack-based ones. I was just saying it. I thought I had lay on hands.
You do. It's on an item.
It's on an item.
You go to your equipment.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to tell you. Like I said, I wanted to make sure that you had actually... I don't know if you keep your character sheet open between sessions or not. Do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, cool.
Always reopen.
Okay, then it'll be there. So if you go to your equipment, it'll be in one of your... It'll be at the top of your equipment because it's equipped. You should see 2 of them. They're both orange.
Oh, okay. There.
It's the one for the eye.
Right. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
So I will let you describe how this looks, since you're doing it.
Wait,
If you click on the item, you'll see it has charges telling you how much you can do.
Yes.
And you choose that when you do it.
Yes.
So you declare how much you want to do, and then you tell me what it looks like.
So, wait, I guess I'm not understanding how much it does.
Charges. You can use up to the full number of charges.
Okay.
Any number between 1 and the number of charges you have left, and then you should tick off that many charges.
And the charges is the modifier in my level thing down here, right?
Yes, that was already so I'll have to update the item when you level up, because I couldn't make it equation-driven.
Okay.
It's currently the correct number for your current level.
Alright, I'll use most of it then. I'll use 20.
Okay. So, you're gonna do 20. Now please describe to me what happens, if you will. What does it look like when you call upon this power?
Is this gonna be a thing that's the way I want it to be, or like...
You're describing it. Tell me what it looks like.
Alright, so I'll place a hand on Atia, and it looks like it has a striking resemblance to the paladin skill lay on hands. So my whatever that looks like with like the hand glowing or however it affects the person it's affecting. But in addition, the scars that you guys saw on my eye that I had before, after my trances, you'll notice that the scars on my eye start to glow with mild light and kind of shimmer a little bit. And then Tatsu seemed to recover 20 HP.
20 HP.
You just watched the fighter perform what looked like lay on hands on you.
What? You didn't tell me you were a paladin?
Surprised?
So, when Yukikaze got down the hole, Vendar would take his prepare action and jump down, right?
Yes. Yes, that's true. Wee.
So a second later,
he can't
Vendar
move.
suddenly lands on top of Yukikaze.
Yeah, he gets down there, like swings at a couple things, reaches out and heals a guy, and like while he's like grabbing Tatsuya's like ankle, all of a sudden, you know, you land on him like in a gymnast pose. And, yeah, you can take 4 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage, Yukikaze, as Vendar lands on you.
How many points?
4.
Okay.
Not much. Falling damage is so weird in this edition. It just seems so underwhelming, I guess. But I'm rolling with it. It's 1d6 per 10
Raiken
feet.
fell off the dragon.
Huh?
Remember when Raiken got kicked off the...
Yeah, I mean, that
dragon?
probably, you know, that'd be like 50d6 damage, so...
So, I guess that's the end of my turn.
Yes, that is the end of your turn. Vendar, you get down here and you find that there are these 3 nasty bug-like creatures menacing your friends. 2 are dead and splattered nearby. And, you see Laramendis with the rope tied around his waist with a rope winder, just sort of like with a coil of rope spooled around it, just sort of in the dirt behind him. And you look down and see that your nice soft landing was because you landed on the Dragonborn.
Hey, thanks.
Which makes it Leah's turn. If Leah's not there, I will move on to Jebel.
Wondering why it was so quiet. I could put in the AFK corner.
Oh. Most unfortunate. Welcome back. You're up, Leah.
Oh, it is my turn. I didn't know.
Yes. Welcome. What would you like to do? Yukikaze seemed to put his wings in and slide down the hole. And then, as soon as the hole was clear, Vendar jumped in. So now it's just you and the two small people up here.
Okay. I had no idea what actually caused the hole or what is in the hole, and no one has yelled up to me.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Not even 6 seconds has passed at this point, so...
I mean, I can see everything in dark light, so if I look down the hole, can I see them?
No, because there's bends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the problem wasn't the darkness for the people up here. The problem was the bends. The problem for Tatsuya, it was darkness once he was in the hole and couldn't see anything. So no, you can't see what's going on in the hole. You just know that, like, around the second bend, you can see the edge of Ash's light.
I've had a short rest since last... Yeah. Because my spell list weren't
Yeah, you have.
cleared.
I answered this question earlier. So what would you like to do?
Why is my HP still so low? That would be higher, wouldn't it?
Probably because you
roll
hadn't
anything?
spent hit dice on healing.
Uh.
Whatever you spend, like, take an extra 10 from Mama Mendes. So if you're just gonna heal up to full, just roll from whatever you're at plus 10.
Oh, okay. I'll do that, but Tristan?
Yes, I heard you.
Yes.
There's two people left up here with you. You don't know what's happening in the hole.
Yeah. Let's see. I say I can cast fly so we can get down and up again. I assume you won't need it. Jebel, you can transform. But if you
Nice.
want to, I can cast it.
I haven't decided on anything yet.
Do you want me to cast fly?
No, not on
No,
me.
okay. Cyrus?
It could help.
Then
On
I cast
you.
fly. Yeah, then I cast fly on Cyrus and myself.
Okay. Is that a multi-targeting thing?
Yeah, I can target 3 people.
Okay.
When it gets upcast, it starts getting
Okay. Gotcha.
extra targets. So.
Yeah, and since I'm a warlock, I always cast at high level.
Alright, so you can now float and fly and flutter and levitate and whatever else. What do you do?
I start flying down the hole.
You fly down.
Yes.
Boop, 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 boop. What's your fly speed?
Hold on. Fly speed to 60 feet.
Okay, yeah, you can get down there. You're hovering above the ground. You can see that below you, as you exit the hole, you're coming straight down on Vendar's head. So you're kind of still partially up in the tunnel, as he's standing on Yukikaze.
Oh, that made himself a little totem pole down there.
Yeah. With your extra movement, you can still kind of squeeze off of him and float somewhere else in the hole if you want. The place is illuminated within this yellow square.
Yeah, I won't tell. I can't tell that.
You're right,
I
you
think
can't.
I thought we determined that you know where there is light. It just doesn't impact you. I don't remember if we had come to
It's
it.
if there are discernible shadows, then she would know she's not in total darkness. There are discernible shadows here, so you know that it's illuminated here.
Yeah, then I will float down to where you put me. That is a nice spot.
Okay. You've used your
the
action.
spell is the spell is an action.
Okay. So you're done?
Yeah. Then I can just fix up my health thing.
Okay. Jebel, you're up. You also have not fly.
Right, I am going to call down the hole. Just, what's going on down there? Do you need help? How deep is the hole? Can I tell?
You can't because of the bends. You hear bug monsters, Vendar says.
I don't think we want more people down here.
Okay. I'm going to... Is there anything nearby I can tie an end of rope to?
You saw how well that worked for me.
Is there anything? Yeah, the wagon not too far away. I'm sure they'll love getting pulled back into the hole they just got out of.
He's not that heavy.
So you're going to go and tie rope to wagon?
Yeah.
Okay, you go and tie rope to wagon. Yeah, 15 feet of movement left, and your action was spent tying the rope.
I'm going to head back to the hole with the other end and get ready to just lower it down.
Okay. I mean, you can drop rope, and it will... So gravity will kind of start pulling it down the hole.
Then I will drop rope.
Okay. Laramendus. It is finally your turn. You can cast Dimension Door if you want.
I could. Just... I guess I'm going to cast an attack spell. I'm going to chill touch the nearest one to me, I guess.
Chill touch the nearest one to you. 8. Okay.
Tristan,
Yes.
I just realized something. I should not be able to move that far. Flight speed is 60, yes, but I got level 2 of exhaustion, so I only have half my speed.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. This bit up here is like hand wavy. You're fine.
The tunnel is dramatically appropriate distance.
Yeah.
And math checks out. That is a 25 on AC.
25 on AC is going to hit number 8.
Okay. That will be... There's another D8. It's like, I know I have more of these things.
You have at least 3 of them. I think you got 3 sets.
That is 14 necrotic damage.
Nice. Well, now this thing is bloody.
And I think I've used up all of my talking, so that is me.
The Leah and Vendar, I did forget to mention that the moment you got down here inside of these creatures, these shiny, nasty-looking bugs with their oversized claws here, you immediately found yourselves suffering a sense of dread as in your minds each of you finds your dark memories and your fears and your mistakes and the things you wish you could forget are just bobbing up to the surface unbidden.
Oof.
See the faces of the people you killed, Vendar. People you wish you could apologize to. And Leah, you see Siphon, the man who kidnapped you and held you prisoner.
Oh, that guy. Right, yeah.
Cyrus, top of the order.
So, is Jebel blocking the hole or just next to it?
Next to it.
I'm gonna shout, "How's it looking down there?"
I'm right next to you. You don't need to.
Not you.
I will repeat, I think we don't want more people down here.
Alright. I will double check my spell list, see if there's anything I can actually do from up here then.
I will also say, Laramentis does not know that you have fly and could easily get back up.
True.
And you are aware of that information.
I will... Yeah, I think I'll just go down there regardless. So, I'll go down there. Until I can see the enemies. And I'd like to cast Firebolt and then fly back out.
Okay, you cannot do that.
Can't?
Well, Leah did clear the hole, but I do believe that because of Vendar standing there on top of a prone Dragonborn, it's pretty tight at the top. So you could get your feet out of the hole, but not enough of you into the cavern to actually target a spell.
Okay.
You would have to squeeze out the way Leah did to be able to see things, and then you'd have to squeeze back up.
So then I guess I'll just fly down until I can see people, and I'll cast a spell on one of my allies instead, because I'd only know that once I get down there.
Okay, it's true, you would. So, you can see, Vendar.
What is the range of haste?
And unless you're flying down face first.
How many allies can I see? Just Vendar, or...?
We're gonna go with Vendar for now.
Okay.
Until you can see people, and I do believe he would be the first.
Well, if I can move a little bit more to where I can see, like, a second ally, I would like to do so.
Okay, Vendar is on top of Yukikaze.
Good enough. I don't particularly care who it is, so I will twin cast haste on the two of them and leave.
Okay.
That way, I don't lose concentration, they don't lose actions, and I don't get stuck in the hole.
Okay. So spend your points. You two are affected by haste, which means that you have double move speed, plus 2 AC, I think.
And
you get an extra
on...
action that can only be used for a single attack or like an activate item or something like that.
Yeah, a few things. And you have advantage on dex saves.
Advantage on dex saves. Alright. Aren't you lucky, Vendar?
Yeah. Well, I need advantage on dex save.
You might not, but based on how many people seem trying to land on Hikaze, he might.
He didn't even get a make a dex save because he was prone.
Well, I'll be leaving now. Good luck!
Mm-hmm. So you get back to the top of the hole. You go for your head up. Jebel's still standing there winding rope down the hole. Anything before the end of your turn?
Don't think so. That was my action movement.
Do either of you speak Elvish?
I do.
Do either of you speak Sylvan?
I do not.
Okay.
I do.
Well, what? I know that you don't speak Elvish. Do you speak Sylvan, Jebel?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, a creature kind of ambles out of the woods with a large sneer on his face and rope in his hand. He kind of looks you up and down, looks at the cart, and he starts speaking in Sylvan. And he says, sort of proclamatorily, "You are on my master's lands, and I have been sent to collect you for them."
What? Do you
I
speak
will take you
Elvish?
by force if necessary.
Are you here to collect all of us?
There's more?
Yeah, if you wait a bit.
He's going to look at the rope in his hand, and you're going to hear him muttering in Sylvan about needing more rope.
What's this guy's deal?
I think he wants to take us captive.
That's well over the time limit, so I'm going to just stop there.
Oh, let's see. Okay. And, he is going to, sort of like do a little hop in the air as he spins, and he disappears into the ground before popping up out of the ground next to you. That same mischievous grin still across his face. And he drags up out of the ground this large club, which he swings at you. Says, "I can take you one at a time. You look small enough." And he's going to take a swing at you, Jebel.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
This is.
Okay, he back swings and gets a 25.
Let me check. Close. Yeah, that hit.
Okay. You receive 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
As
you
he
son of a bitch.
cracks you with this great club.
Ow!
You don't fall unconscious, so he kind of frowns, says, this might take longer than I thought. After that, it becomes Vendar's turn. You hear, you kind of hear a distant and muffled ow from above.
And you're feeling very fast.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to move over to Leah. I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage so I don't get attack of opportunity.
Okay. You are no longer standing on top of Yukikaze.
Then with my hasted action, I'm going to throw a knife at the wounded one.
Okay. You pull a knife off your belt and throw it. How many knives have you got on your belt anyway?
I have 3 knives hidden about me.
Okay. What is your to hit?
So that's a 20 to hit.
You hit.
Okay. I get sneak attack, right? Because he's next to an adjacent.
Adjacent to an ally. Or he's adjacent to an enemy of his. What's your minimum damage?
Minimum damage. 8, 6.
Is it more than 6?
Yes.
Okay, this thing dies.
Alright.
Comically. Like, you throw the thing and you split its chitinous skull. It crumbles to the ground.
I'm going to pull up my musket. And I'm going to shoot the corner one. I'll yell, "Fire in the hall!" Yes.
This will be fun. Constitution saving throws for everybody else. Leah, probably a wisdom saving throw as well because of all the trauma from this thing.
Constitution and wisdom.
Yeah,
I finally
Constitution
rolled
because
poorly.
he's setting off a gun in an enclosed, echoey space right next to you. The wisdom is against shell shock just because of the trauma you've experienced from this gun in the past.
Okay.
Being prone, does that affect me?
The sound's still gonna affect you, yeah.
I'm not close enough to touch it, no.
No.
Yep. Okay, then it's Constitution 11.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, finding my stats. Wisdom, I have high on. Oh, wait. Wisdom is 26.
Okay. So you're not thrown into a fit of anxiety from this as you will it back, despite the overwhelming emotions of the situation. And I rolled really low on the sonic damage, so take 1 point of that thunder damage. Everybody else's Constitution saving.
I got a 10.
You got a 15.
Okay.
Tatsuya got a 10.
Okay. Lair will take a point of damage, Yuki will take a point of damage, and Tatsuya will take 3 points of damage. As the shot rings through this place loudly and painfully.
But our bug-like friends.
Our bug-like friends. Solve that first. You. Sure. Okay. Right then. They seem very affected by it. 6. Okay. And you said you're shooting number 6, so what's your to hit?
16.
That'll hit.
That's 41 piercing damage.
41 piercing. 41?
You only get sneak attack once per turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
it is still your turn because the other attack was on your turn. So
I was not aware of that.
you do get it on opportunity attacks because that's somebody else's turn.
It does say once per turn. Damn. Well, that's nowhere near as much. Can I have not used sneak attack on the other one?
He declared it already, I'm afraid.
Well, that's kind of worthless then. That's 12.
12.
Had I remembered I could only use it once, I would not have used it on that one.
Well, that is combat. We learn from these mistakes.
I'm sure I will not remember the next rare-ass time where I get to do 2 actions in one turn.
Well, I would endeavor to do so. 12 points of damage makes this thing bloody. Oh. Still killed a thing and made another thing bloody. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, but I mean, I easily would have killed the thing and killed that one too if I'd known sneak attack.
Well, no use moping about it. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Alrighty. After Vendar is Tatsuya.
Oh yeah. Let's do this. Time to attack the bloody one.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Do I want to use...
Power attack? Yes. Do you need to? No. Do you want to? Yes.
Let's see. Features. Traits. Alright, now, yeah, he's going to, he's just gonna attack it.
Okay.
No
Roll.
power attack? Or
No,
No power attack.
Alright, roll it
He's
up.
hoping that he'll finish it off, so he's gonna be like, "Your day is done."
Okay.
And he got a 16.
16 does hit.
Just barely.
Your day is done with. Hold on. Your day is done with. God damn it!
Oh my god! He almost completely minimized.
What's the
how does that power attack feel? I mean, you would have missed with power attack. So.
7 points of magical bludgeoning damage and 1 radiant.
Well, it is still standing.
Typical of the Lumos, the Lumos family.
The Lumos family curse.
All right, try this one on for size. It is an 18.
An 18 will hit.
Oh, he did much better this time. That is 13 points of magical bludgeoning damage and 4 radiant.
Alright, do you want it to be lethal or non-lethal?
It's dead.
It's dead. Okay, then. It had, 3 HP left.
If only I'd done it the first time.
If only.
Well, because he brought it down to 0 HP, he gets to use... He gets a bonus action for 1 melee weapon attack.
Yeah. Bonus action, 1 melee attack on the next guy. Roll it up.
And this time he's going to use his power. So,
Power attack?
yep. Huzzah! Oh, well, he failed.
Would you have still failed if you hadn't power attacked?
Yes.
Oh, at least there's that.
Okay. After Tatsuya, it becomes the bug things. So this one is going to try to attack you with its disadvantage. Getting a 19 on one die and a 3 on the other. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Poof. Another one materializes next to Leah from seemingly nowhere. In pool. Leah
Yes.
does a 17 hit your AC.
Where? No. I clicked the wrong thing. Excellent.
I assume you were clicking for the emergency shield.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if it's up. Because I always forget the conditions.
Yeah, I think it resets at dawn kind of thing, and then It's either dawn or a long rest, and that kind of matters, doesn't it?
No, it's based on, like, it's a chance thing. At the end of a short rest, roll a 1d6 on a 5 or 6 to shield with charges that can be used next time. It charges automatically at the end of a long rest. Okay, so if I had the long rest, it charges automatically. But I haven't had a long rest since it was activated. But I have had short rests. At least one. I don't know how many I got.
You, you roll it twice.
Twice, okay. Just to find any d6s.
Let's see what's going on. It keeps the queue from previous times it's been asked to play things.
Fun.
Yeah, so now I have to figure out how to clear the queue.
Shield is not reset, so yes, then a 17 hits.
Alright, that might have worked. That's so annoying. Why would it keep the queue between sessions? Alright, so it's not reset, so you do get hit. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Dealing with things. Okay. On a hit, the thing deals 7 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage. It actually just says bludgeoning damage, so fuck. I assume it's supposed to be non-magical. And
if the creature doesn't say that its attacks are magic, then it should be non-magical.
I like it when it's just listed in the attack. It does not say.
It's annoying that it is generally a separate, like...
Yeah.
I feel like that's a place to have duplication.
Right.
But...
Like, they seem to have removed redundancy where redundancy would actually be helpful. In any event, so 7 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage. And then you will be... I'm going to ask you to make a Constitution saving throw.
And then make another one for concentration.
Doesn't it have to be hits higher than 10 damage to affect concentration?
For concentration, it has to do more than 20 points of damage for the DC to be higher than 10.
But you any amount of damage requires you to make a DC 10.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Even a single point of damage causes a DC 10.
Well, the Constitution was... Oof. I'm thinking I might actually use my inspiration there.
The only ways I got around it in the past were by having a con save so high that even a 1 would still succeed on the DC 10.
Yeah. Alright, so are you using inspiration to reroll? And remember that you'll have to make another concentration check, another Constitution check for concentration after this one.
Also remember that my exhaustion means that ability. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ability checks, not saving throws.
Yes. Yes, I'm using my inspiration.
Okay.
That's a 13.
13. Okay. You do feel a strange something. Your body grows cold where the creature clubbed you for a moment, and you kind of grab the spot and massage feeling back into it. So now you can make your Constitution saving throw for concentration on... What spell are you concentrating on? Oh, fly. Totally forgot.
Yeah, I'm still concentrated.
Okay.
I was a 16.
16. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking around. Cool. Poof. Another one reappears. 5. 17 still hits. I take it. Just keep rolling
Yes.
the same number. Take another 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And make that concentration checks again. Constitution first, and then concentration. They're both Constitution, but the second one will be for concentration. The other one is against the attack.
Okay, that's 14 for the first one.
Okay. Again, you feel cold where it hit you, but you're able to kind of shrug off this odd feeling.
Yeah, and the same number, 14 for the concentration.
Okay.
And now I'm considering either Misty Step or Eldritch. No, yeah, I think I'm gonna considering 4 are dead over there. I'm gonna use yeah, I'm gonna use Misty Escape.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'm just gonna find my thing first because I always forget. Like I have so many teleport things, I forget the distance between them.
Maybe 30.
Misty Escape is actually 60.
Oh.
And it turns me invisible. I think I'm going to go like diagonally southeast. West, yes, you're right.
Okay.
Southwest.
As far as you can over to the wall?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
like-
25 feet. You can make it.
And then I'm invisible.
Okay. And you're invisible. These things... That doesn't help. Alright. Poof! Another one materializes. Oh wait, it can't materialize there. Never mind. That's dumb. Guess it'll materialize here and then walk. Like a plebeian.
What a plebe.
What a plebe. Then it's gonna try to attack Vendar. Will a 16 hit Vendar's AC?
No, it does not.
Oh, it misses.
What? Vendar has decent HP? Or
I think he
AC?
got it up to 18 recently.
I have a 19. I have
Oh.
as high as it can possibly get because I have +5 dex.
Sheesh.
Well, you also have haste on you, so it's 2 higher.
Oh, that's right. So it's actually 21.
Sheesh. Oh, you're supposed to be the easy one for me to hit.
Yeah, he has more AC than Tatsuya now.
The easiest one to hit has always been Laramendus.
Unless you want to keep popping shields.
I can. Well, I can't do that all day yet, but eventually, 2 levels,
Eventually.
I will.
You get infinite first level spells.
No, you get to pick 2.
Oh, your rogue
Spells.
spells.
So shield, because why wouldn't it be shield?
Okay, the bug things go.
Too bad you can't pick a 3rd level spell like Sending.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If there's any spell that's Laramendus was known for, it's
I think you get a first and second, so it'll be shield and Misty Step.
those are also very Laramendus. Any way to run away from combat.
Hey, Lara, remember those weird blood-covered mushrooms you saw when you came down here?
Yeah, I didn't like them. They were
Yeah.
uncomfortable looking.
Well, I think they're about
Dark
to get
oozy mushrooms.
more uncomfortable looking.
Even more oozy.
As they spring
What's
up
right here?
into these gnome-like creatures that seem to, like, the mushroom itself, like, grows into them and shapes itself into this this hunched-over creature clad in a leather hat, a leather jerkin, and these, as it like pulls its feet out of the ground, you hear the thunk, the hollow ringing thunk of these large metal boots. And they look around, and in Elvish, begin chattering and chanting, "Blood, blood, blood, blood."
Blood for the blood god.
Skulls for the
So
skulls.
the bug things can bleed. I say in Elvish.
Oh, they don't speak Elvish, they speak Sylvan.
I say
sorry.
in Sylvan then.
I thought they spoke Elvish. So yes, they say it in Sylvan.
I respond in Sylvan saying the bug things over there bleed.
And one of them, like, his eyes snap over to you, almost not having expected you to be able to speak his language. And it just, like, its eyes are almost, like, completely neutral, emotionless, wide, full circles around its pupil, around its iris. And it just says, "All things bleed."
Laramendas say in common, well, that's unsettling.
Oh, let's see. Oh, 3 attacks. Fun.
I don't like that.
Let's see. Boop. Well, I think it's going to take a swing at you. Might not be a good swing, but it'll be a swing.
Oh my god, it's gonna try.
Oh, yeah. That's a 15.
That will miss.
Alright, it's going to... Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't have any problems with the fight, so it's not at disadvantage, which means it gets to have advantage against Yukikaze. Good thing for the advantage, because it rolled a 1 on one of them, and 18 on the other one. Yukikaze, does an 18 hit you?
You remember you were at +2 from haste.
Right. But he doesn't have the
Oh, wait.
shield equipped, so -2 from the shield.
I have haste?
You have haste.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way in hell that hits.
Okay. Just remember that you didn't put the shield on before jumping down here, so...
Even so.
Okay. So one more attack against Tatsuya. That's not gonna hit. Okay, those were unfortunate.
It's like all things bleed. Yeah. No blood.
Alright, cool. It runs a circle around. It triggers an attack of opportunity from Yukikaze if you have a reaction. Do you have a reaction?
Yeah, I didn't spend it.
Okay, would you like to use it on an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, my turn's coming up, why not?
Alright, you're at disadvantage from being prone, but otherwise you can take it.
Yes.
So 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Uh, 8 magical slashing.
8 magical slashing. Alright, it takes 8 magical slashing damage. It is not bloodied, and it charges, and you see it like clang, clang, clang as its big boots are just swatting against the ground, and all of a sudden it leaps in a very unexpected manner and directs its body at Laramendas, boots first.
Don't like that.
Let's see. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
I don't like that.
You don't have haste, so you don't have advantage.
The one time where
plus
man just doesn't roll well.
That is a 16.
A 16. You You feel like the bladed front toe of this boot like graze the skin of your face as he goes flying past, just barely missing.
Sylvan, I'm gonna say, stop that.
Bleed. And being that it is 10:32, we will start, and I will remember to write it this time, with Yukikaze next time.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about my club meeting next week.
I thought you said they weren't on Tuesdays anymore.
I know. I said don't have to.
Oh, okay. Good, excellent. I'm very happy to hear that. Yay. Alright, so this got weird fast, and I don't think it's going to get any less weird anytime soon. So, good luck.
Only everyone else hadn't jumped down.
Well, hey, I at least didn't jump down. I just gave a buff and went back up.
So, Laramendis, that's all on you. With all your book smarts, you didn't think to communicate before you went, so...
We are all extremely tired.
Apparently.